Numbers are the best way to present data, but visualization tools can help you grasp the key insights much faster. Conditional formatting allows you to highlight specific cells in a table based on a set of rules that reflect the data they contain. This feature acts as a useful visual aid, making it easier to interpret and analyze information at a glance. Now, imagine this income statement needs to be presented to an executive. Do you think they will go through each number individually? Some might, but most executives are busy and need a quick overview of the data. A professional approach would be to select the relevant area and apply conditional formatting, which can be found in the Home tab. Excel provides several visualization tools within conditional formatting, including data bars, color scales, icon sets. All of these options can enhance data readability. You can choose whichever works best for your needs. In this case, we'll use icon sets, which offer various ways to indicate trends or highlight high and low values. For example, the traffic lights formatting assigns colors based on thresholds. Green for values above a certain level. Yellow for values that fall between an upper and lower limit. Red for values below both thresholds. By default, Excel automatically assigns thresholds if none are specified. However, for a more professional approach, it's best to define your own rules. Open the More Rules dialog box and manually set the criteria and threshold values. First, determine the type of rule you want to apply. In this table, it makes sense to highlight cells based on their values. However, depending on the task, you could also highlight the highest or lowest values in the dataset, values above or below the average unique or duplicate entries, cells containing formulas. For this finance-related example, we will use traffic lights formatting, which, as mentioned earlier, is based on cell values. The key step here is setting the exact values that determine when a green light appears and when values should be categorized as red or amber. Under Type, you can specify whether these values are percentages, absolute numbers, formulas, or percentiles. Since we are working with percentages in these two columns, let's apply the settings and press OK to see the result. Great! Now, at a glance, you can identify good, average, and low-performing values. However, take note, while this type of visualization is useful, it must be applied carefully. For instance, our rule states that 67% is the boundary between green and amber. So why do we see 45% marked in green? Something seems off. The reason is that Excel automatically converts the values in the range to a scale of 0 to 100. In this case, since our values range from -90 to +80, Excel considers 67% of this total range, 170, as around 24%, leading to confusion. A simple fix is to use absolute numbers instead of percentages. If we input the threshold values as decimal numbers, the formatting will apply correctly. Now, this looks much better. Positive values appear in amber, those above 10% in green, and anything below 0 in red. This setup reflects a logical classification. Changes greater than 10% are considered green. Changes between 0% and 10% are considered acceptable, amber. Any value below 0% is marked negative, red. Finally, if you ever need to remove a conditional formatting rule, simply open the Conditional Formatting menu and select Clear Rules. The fastest way to do this is to clear the formatting from the entire sheet. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lesson.